Good morning, Bulldogs. I'm Luke.
And I'm Zara, and we're back from our break bringing you
KAHS News. Everyone knows about the useful services of Uber and Lyft, but lately some scary things have been happening inside those cars.
Let's see what Michael has to say about the dangerous topic.
On March 30th, 2019, a 21-year-old senior named Samantha Josephson called an Uber around 2 a.m. on Friday after being separated from her roommates and hopped into a car which she thought was her Uber driver. And 14 hours later, her body was found and she was pronounced dead.
This case has caused an uproar in Uber and Lyft safety all over the United States. And here at KAH News, we have decided to give some quick safety tips about Uber and Lyft safety. The first tip in getting into an Uber or Lyft is to make sure to ask the driver who are they supposed to be picking up. And they should be able to tell whoever it is that they're picking up. The second tip is when you open the doors of your Uber or Lyft driver, make sure that you check child lock. This is exactly what happened to Samantha, and this is why she couldn't exit the car when she realized that her Uber driver wasn't actually her Uber driver. So if the child lock is on, it is most likely suspicious and you should exit the vehicle ASAP and go ahead and call another Uber. The third tip is before even getting into an Uber, ask any of your friends, your family to get you to your destination. Because it's always better to ride with someone that you are familiar with instead of a complete stranger. The final tip is, if you plan on riding with an Uber, make sure that you are not alone. Ride with a fellow friend to wherever your destination is.
Now that's news you don't want to get wrong.
Speaking of news that's wrong, Porter and Joe give us an insight on truthful hyperboles.
Let's check it out.
Hyperbole, an exaggerated claim that isn't meant to be taken seriously. So does that mean truthful hyperboles are any different? In 1987, Donald Trump published the book Art of the Deal, and if there was one well-known phrase from his book, it was truthful hyperbole. One could argue truthful hyperbole lies behind much of Trump's more unconventional foreign policies. He repeatedly brags about his deal-making with North Korea, even though no actual deal has been reached. How truthful hyperboles affect the American public is by feeding us white lies or stretched-out truths, making problems sound worse than they actually are. But a way to get truthful facts is by using Snopes.com.
Luke, have you heard about these animals in H-Hall?
I've seen a couple videos on Snapchat, but I'd like to know more.
Well, you're in luck. Justice and Leia have more information for us here.
Hi, my name is Justice, and I'm here with some of the FFA members. Hi, Randy.
Hi.
Can you tell us a little bit about FFA?
FFA is a national student-led organization that is probably one of the largest ones in the country. In FFA, we do a lot of leadership programs and a lot of helping with the community, and we also raise livestock and other animals.
Can you tell us some of the animals that we have here on the table?
We have 5 chickens, a service dog, a sugar glider, and a chinchilla.
And what are you raising?
I raised a pig and rabbits.
And can you tell us a little bit about this chinchilla?
His name is Tui. He likes to take baths and eat dandelion droplings.
I'm Zoe. I'm raising a service dog. We're part of the Southeastern Guide Dogs. It's a new program. We're basically the guinea pigs where we get a chance to basically give basic training to some of the service dogs that will go to people who are blind in the future.
And can you tell us a little bit about the chickens and the animal you have in your arm?
All right, so our chickens is what we raise so the students understand how to raise poultry as well as have the opportunity to learn different breed types and the care and nutrition for poultry in general. And then also I have a sugar glider, which we just got yesterday, which we're going to learn about different exotic types, which is why I have it for our vet med class, so they have the opportunity to raise and be able to take home some of our exotics on the weekends.
And can anyone join FFA?
They have to be in an ag class to be able to be in FFA, but we have it so they can have different opportunities within FFA, but there's some things that they just cannot do because they have to be in an ag class.
Thank you for your time.
Looks like that class has reached a new level.
Seems like a lot of things here at Austin High School are going to a new level, like our seniors.
That's right. Our seniors are graduating soon, and Paul has spoken to some of them to see what their next step is in life.
Texas A&M University and studying international affairs. Giggle.
Okay, so my first choice was Texas A&M, but when I looked further into it, I decided to go to San Francisco State University and study psychology in hopes of becoming a counseling psychologist.
My plans for after high school, I'm going to be going to Warden County Junior College. Then for 2 years after that, I'm going to join a police academy and hopefully be a police officer.
Well, after high school, I'm going to go to community college, get my 2-year basic for pretty cheap. And I'm going to go to U of H for the medical program. I'm going to become a pediatrician and take care of baby eggs. Babies.
That's great. It seems those seniors are prepared for college.
Well, for all those seniors that need some help, Donna has some tips for us in the kitchen.
Sounds helpful. Let's take a look.
Seniors, as the school year is wrapping up and people are going to start going to college or going on their alternate routes, some of you guys might need some help learning how to cook. So today we're going to learn how to make a super easy sandwich. So to start out, I'm just going to use 6 ounces of tuna. You can use chicken or potatoes. You can basically substitute anything you want. But basically, so you get your 6 ounces of whatever you're going to use, and you're going to grab mayo as a mixing medium. So just put that in there. Then very self-explanatory. You're just going to mix it up. Okay, so after you got your first mixture done, you're going to go ahead and put in some chopped vegetables. I personally like celery and red bell pepper, but you can do any veggies you want. You could also do parsley if you're into that, cilantro. Really just season it however you see fit. And then mix it in again. And then personally, depending on the texture, how crunchy you want it to be or how smooth, is how big you should chop your veggies. So after you've got it all in to the consistency that you like, you're gonna season it however you'd like. So I'm gonna use pink Himalayan sea salt. And just, again, you can eyeball it however much you like. And then garlic powder, if you're into that. If you're more of an onion person, you can chop up some onions while you did the vegetables and then skip out on the garlic powder. I personally just don't like onions. And then if you like spice, you can do a little bit of pepper. Again, black or red, it doesn't really matter, however you like it more. So another time, you just mix everything in and really make sure to get it really good this time, or else you're going to have areas that are super saturated with flavor and then super bland areas, which is what we don't want. Okay, so now you're going to put in a little bit of lemon juice, for one, just to help it all mix in better, and then also for flavor. You could do limes, or if you just really don't like flavor, I guess you could put more mayo in and then skip out on this step. So you're going to want to take some plastic wrap and put it covering whatever bowl you use to make the sandwich material in. And then you're going to pop it in the fridge and allow it to cool for about 30 minutes. You could get away with a little less, but 30 minutes. While that's cooling, I'm going to pop 2 pieces of bread in the toaster for the sandwich. I'm using sourdough bread, but you can use whatever type of bread you prefer. We're back. We have our mixture from the fridge, and we have our 2 slices of bread. So I've picked bread that's specifically longer, just so it's easier to put the mixture on and then cut it in half. But as I said earlier, it doesn't really matter. Basically, now we're just going to take the mixture, grab a fork, and very self-explanatory, put it on the bread. And there you have it, a super simple, super easy tuna salad sandwich.
I'm glad Donna's helping these people with one aspect of all this college madness.
Well, if we're going to talk about madness, we've got to recap March Madness.
Of course. Here's Dory with the Sweet 16 breakdown.
A few weeks back, we showcased the March Madness tournament on our show. Well, the tournament is over after weeks of intense down-to-the-wire games. Here's the all you need to know about this year's tournament. The two teams we said would make some noise in the tournament were the hometown Houston Cougars and the Duke Blue Devils. While neither team won the championship at the end of the day, both teams went far. The Cougars lost in the Sweet 16 to a very solid Kentucky squad, and the Blue Devils lost by 1 to a great Michigan State team.
He's going to come out with it, and Michigan State is headed to Minneapolis.
This means that they both were very close to advancing to the championship round. All in all, at the end of the day, we did get a very interesting championship game. From our own great state, the Texas Tech Raiders made it all the way to the championship game to face the number 1 seeded Virginia Cavaliers. It was an absolute nail-biter as it took an overtime period to decide the winner of this year's tournament. Virginia went ahead to win 77-85, but it definitely wasn't easy. The Raiders put up a great fight, but simply just came up short. The tournament this year held plenty of excitement, crazy dunks, clutch moments, and stellar individual play, as it always does. So we can't help but to already begin counting down the days to next year's madness.
Of Hunter. And Virginia with the all-time turnaround title.
What a great end to our show. Thanks, Dorian.
Have a great Thursday and enjoy your long weekend, Bulldogs.